I would like to say hello. I hope you all are well during this quarantine, COVID, Corona time. At this time, I just wish you all peace, and I will say just try not to stress. Even if you've lost wages, if you've lost work. I myself have lost wages. I know in my last video where I posted that I was taking a 30-day break from coffee, I let you guys know that I had lost one of my jobs, this was before Corona. So now the only job I was left with has slowed down because of the coronavirus, which I'm actually kind of thankful. I don't really want to deal with the public at this time because I feel like me exposing myself to the public at this time is not a good idea. And also, haven't gotten a raise in pay. I know a lot of people probably have experienced this, so it's just not worth it to risk your health. If you can, it's not worth it to risk your health. And at this point, I feel like I've been forced to try to find other ways and other avenues to make money that doesn't include the BS job I had. So, it's pretty much working out. I'm claiming that, and I believe that, and I also see it. So just an update on me not doing coffee for 30 days. Today, it's actually been 30 plus days. Today is April the 4th. Let me see on my phone here. Yeah. So today is April the 4th, and the April the 2nd would have been my 30th day. So I just had my first cup of coffee today. I don't think that I'll be drinking coffee on a regular basis anymore. It has the potential to inhibit iron absorption, so I won't be drinking coffee every day. And I feel like because I'm not going to work, I just feel right now anyway, I just feel more at peace, more mellow. I don't really have to be hopped up on coffee, if you will, to start my day. So it's been more peaceful since I've been at home, so I really don't feel the need for it. I did just wanted to drink it because in my mind I was telling myself I missed it, but really I'm just like, I could definitely do without it. I've been drinking tea in place of that. I want to talk about a condition or disease that I deal with called anemia. It's definitely common in a lot of women, and men can have it as well. So I would like to start off with saying what anemia is. It's a condition in which you lack enough healthy red blood cells to carry enough oxygen to your body's tissues. Anemia can happen if your body doesn't make enough red blood cells. Bleeding also causes you to lose red blood cells more quickly than can be replaced, such as heavy menstrual cycles, which is something that I go through, and also if your body destroys its own red blood cells. Most blood cells, including red blood cells, are produced regularly in bone marrow. Red blood cells contain hemoglobin, which is an iron-rich protein that enables red blood cells to carry oxygen from your lungs to the rest of your body. produce hemoglobin, you basically need iron, vitamin B12, and folate, as well as other nutrients. So if you're wondering what are the symptoms of anemia, here are some. It's fatigue, weakness, pale or yellow skin, irregular heartbeats, shortness of breath, dizziness or lightheadedness, chest pains, cold hands and feet, and headaches. Another one also is unexplained fevers. And those are just some of the symptoms. I don't know if I mentioned irritability and confusion. That is also a symptom of anemia. There are actually different types of anemia. I'm not quite sure which one I have, and I was told that I've had anemia, so I've known for basically since my teenage years that I've had anemia, and I will say that it's gotten progressively worse. There was a point in my life when I could be very active, and now I'm definitely not. Like, it's hard to even do the little things, and I've always attributed it to my depression, which that was part of it, but anemia will also cause depression. It's actually, I've come to realize that it's actually more of a physical problem. It's hard for me to stand for a long time. It's hard for me to walk for a long time. Just like I said, just do any of the little things like lift 10-pound boxes. I get short of breath, like if I'm at work or what have you. So, it's very difficult. If you find yourself in that boat, or if you find yourself with just fatigue, just go get checked out. Fatigue is a underlying symptom for several ailments, diseases, and conditions. So just because you have fatigue doesn't necessarily mean that you have anemia. However, it's good to get that checked because, like I said, anemia is very common. Sorry, there is a bee next to me. Yeah, I don't know which one I have. I am assuming that I have either iron deficient anemia, which is caused by a shortage of iron. It's the most common type. It can occur in pregnant women, and it can be caused also by blood loss, heavy menstruation, ulcer, cancers, even some over-the-counter medications, especially painkillers such as Tylenol, aspirin. So I either have that, which I've been told. I haven't been told specifically that I have that, but I have doctors just say, oh, take some iron pills. And in my case, what I eat is basically, I don't eat a lot of meat these days, but I do eat beans, which have iron. I do eat cereal, which is fortified with iron. I do eat rice, which is fortified with iron. I do eat vegetables. Basically, my meals, as far as dinner goes, it consists of rice, vegetables, and beans. So I don't believe that I have. That's why I'm a little confused on which type of anemia I have, because I feel like I do get enough iron, and then I also, in the past and now, I have iron pills. I've stopped taking them a while ago because they make me have issues with my stomach. Iron pills can cause constipation, which thank God I haven't had, but I have had upset stomach because of those iron pills, and nausea. And I've tried to do it, to take them several ways, taking them while I'm eating something, taking them on an empty stomach. I've tried several different ways. The only thing that kind of makes it a little bearable is if I basically cut it in half and take one half before a meal, and then like as I'm cooking, or take one before I cook a meal, usually breakfast, and then during my meal I'll take the other half. So that's what I find that doesn't really upset my stomach too much. And also I will say, in the past I've taken iron pills and they'll get my iron levels up like within the next day. Now it's gotten so bad to where I'll take iron pills and it only shoots my hemo up maybe, 1 point or 2 points, and that's me after a couple of weeks of taking them. So I really don't think that if it is iron deficient, I really think I have an issue with absorption, not with getting enough iron. So if you are going to get checked out for anemia, like if you believe that you have anemia, make sure you ask either your doctor or even ask your doctor to explain to you your blood test results. Yep, there's a wasp right beside me. Sorry. Woo, that was close. Yes. So that you can, so this will help you basically to do your own research, because like I said, I've just had people just, not people, but doctors just say, hey, take some iron pills, and that was that. I just assumed I had iron deficient anemia. So I'll say that either I believe I have that, hemolytic anemia. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, but that's when your red blood cells are destroyed faster than your bone marrow can replace them. And I hope it's actually just iron deficiency. I hope I can just find a way on my own to better absorb iron. But I'm not going to know 100% until I get another blood test, and I'm not comfortable with getting the blood test at this time during COVID. If you're in dire straits, I will say that, do what you have to do. If you feel comfortable with getting the blood test at this time, then go do that. You don't have to go to the hospital. If there's labs open, you can just get a lab test. So I will say that other types of anemia are vitamin deficient anemia, which basically you lack folate and B12 in your diet. Also anemia associated with inflammation. Basically, if you have acute chronic inflammation diseases, it will interfere with your production of red blood cells. That's like if you have something like AIDS, kidney disease, or rheumatoid arthritis, just to name a few. Aplastic anemia, it's where your body doesn't produce enough red blood cells, and that's caused by infections, autoimmune diseases, and exposure to toxic chemicals. Associated with bone marrow disease. That's just like it sounds, certain diseases that affect your blood production in your bone marrow, such as leukemia, so sickle cell anemia. It's basically an inherited condition caused by a defective form of hemoglobin that forces your red blood cells to assume an abnormal sickle shape, and that causes your blood cells to die prematurely. In another video, I will go into what inhibits the absorption of iron, and also what foods you can eat that are iron rich, which sometimes I found that contradict themselves, because some foods that are rich in iron can also inhibit iron. Okay, you guys, so that's all I have for you today. I appreciate you watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and stay as stress-free as possible. Take your babies outside, your yard if you can, or go to a park. And you guys just get some sun. Vitamin D is very important. All right, love you guys. Have a great day.